Hey, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. This is a guitar lesson for Have You Ever Seen the Rain by CCR, also known as Creedence Clearwater Revival. So here's what you can expect in this lesson. I'm going to have a quick little playthrough, and of course everything in this video is chaptered. So if you're more advanced, you can skip ahead to cool little fills like that little bit, or if you want to keep it with the basics first, it's also structured that way. So here's what we got. So it goes, someone told long ago, it'll come before the storm, I know. Right, you see we've our C and G, been coming for some time. Now it goes back over that again, then the chorus goes, I wanna know, have you seen the rain? So it's like 4 to 5 chords. I wanna know, but also ever seen the rain. There's some cool little bits put in as well. On a sunny day. Then it goes. Okay, let's get into the lesson. So we're going to start by taking a look at the iPad here. I do have the chords, by the way, on, done out with lyrics and everything. Not done out, sorry, I found them with lyrics and everything, and they're vetted, they're accurate. But to start, we're going to lay the foundations on the board. So the first thing we're going to look at is the intro. For the intro, the chords you're going to need are A minor, F, C, and G. So if you have those chords, brilliant. And if you don't, you just need to search them and you'll get them. So that's A minor, that's F. I'm using the 4-fingered F for this one. I just like it. So that's C with the middle finger down a string, ring finger up. Okay, so C, middle finger down, ring finger up. That's the 4-fingered F, and I'm missing the top string and the bottom string. Then we got our C, obviously, then a G. Step 1 would be to just do down strums on this and get the chords into the hands. So I'd be going like this. I'll be going, here we go. Come on, iPad, behave. Okay, so keep an eye on the intro. I'll be going like this. I'll be going. Then C. Right, if you have a problem with any chord shape or any chord change, that's step 1. Just do single down strums. If a chord change isn't working, drill it. So A minor to F, back and over. Okay, set a timer on that one, do it for a couple of minutes. And then the next thing will be just to get the down strums and keep them steady. Now, let's get into some rhythm though. I want to take a look at our strum pattern here on the right hand side first. So, if we take a look at this one, that's going down, 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 up, down. Also, you can say pair, pair, basket, pair to say the rhythms. Pair, pair, basket, pair. And you're going to do this rhythm once on each chord. So if we go up to the top, you can look at the rhythm, then see the intro. You have A minor, then F, then G, then C. Right, so that would be the next step. Just get that nice driving rhythm into the intro. And that rhythm works really well, and it drives like. But if you have the rhythm on the left, do that one. If you have it. The idea with this lesson is that the main thing is to get the chords first. I wouldn't spend time struggling with a strum pattern if I didn't have chords yet. So be sure that you're focused on the chords. If you feel comfy with the chords, then the rhythm pattern on the left here is the one. This one is very similar to the one I just showed you, and it goes like this. See the way? Okay, to contrast the two, the first one went like this. The second one goes it just kind of loosens out a bit more, right? So those are your 2 strum patterns. Step 1 is to get those chords into your hands if you don't have them. And in that case, this is your best strum pattern. Then when you get comfy with that, you could add in this one. I have played both strum patterns from crowds. People don't notice these things, okay? So it's okay to stick with this one if you have to. So that's your intro. The fills, I'll do those at the end of today's lesson. I'm going to get into the more advanced stuff at the end, so you'll find them in the chapter. You'll see them labeled as like fills. Now, that brings us to our verse. And the verse, if we take a quick look through, C, G, back to C. There is something to watch with this, and it's that when you end on one chord, and we've 2 repeats here, so you're going to play all this twice. And the weird thing is, when you end on a chord and you begin with the same chord, you have got to watch out that you don't end up muddled going, where am I now? That happens a lot of players. So just keep an eye that you're counting, that you're on C, C, and then you count that you're back here. So I'll play this one now. What I'll do is give me 1 second. There we go. Okay. So the verse goes C, C. I know you've been doing it for some time. That's it. And now a tip I'll give you is when you're at the end of this C, if you hit this C with a stronger down strum to start the verse all over again, it sends a message to your brain to say, we're back here. That can help. So watch, if I'll start from this C here, then I'm going to play this one, and I'm going to hit this one harder. So, C. Just that one hit can make all the difference. Okay, so that is your verse. So the chords are pretty okay open chords to play. And again, chords giving you problems, drill the change, and then keep the down strums going on your rhythm. Now, the next thing is, let's look. The next thing now is we're going to take a look at the chorus. And the chorus, and all these extra little bits I've put in, we'll get to those in a minute. Now, the chorus of Have You Ever Seen the Rain, it's F, G, C, A minor. Do that twice. And this last line, oh, sorry, my bad. There we go. So the chorus, it's those 2 lines repeated. Then this line is the same as what you had in your intro, right? It's the same sequence. Now, if we look at the chorus, apart from the C in the middle of the chorus. So the chorus here, it goes like this. I'll play it once. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know. So same again, ever seen the rain? Last line, coming down on a sunny day, see, see again. Then first, so after that chorus, we're back into a verse. Now, we'll get into the chorus in 1 sec. One little thing here I just want to show. Since we've all the lyrics here, you see that it all maps out. So on the ultimate guitar, the chords are going to be above. And by the way, if you look at this on a desktop, it is so good. You can hover over the chords and get them there. Okay, I love the desktop version of Ultimate Guitar. Now, the next thing is, we're going to look at our chorus. And our chorus, you're basically going to work on F, G, C, A minor. So I'll take that. I'll go. Then G, C. That's it. Okay, and you know yourself, if there's any change there, just drill the change, right? And lift. On that last up strum, you can lift off your chord early to make the next one. So I'm on F. Sometimes I lift on the last up strum to make the next one on time. Now, that is our chorus there, and that's pretty okay considering the other parts. And you know yourself, if you're having problems with an area, just state what section you're working on, what the problem is, and we'll get to work to fix it. Then we have the next verse again. The verse is the same. And just watch out again, the end of the chorus is the same chord as the start of the verse. So just keep an eye out. Then you have the chorus again, and we repeat the chorus. So you basically do this twice. So you're going to go moving through the chorus, and what I want to do here is I'm going to play as if it's the end of the first chorus. So this line, we'll pretend I'm playing the chorus here, and I'm doing it for the first time. So watch this. It goes, coming down on a sunny day, I wanna know. It just goes straight into the next chorus. So now we're in the second chorus. We're repeating the chorus. At the real end of all this, you're going to do one down strum on the C. So you're going to go F, G, C, C, and then one C. I'm going to play that to show you how it sounds. It goes F, coming down on a sunny day. And that's it. That is the bones of the song. And I have played this a ton in front of people, and I have not done any of the fancy stuff I'm about to show now. And the song goes down well. Sometimes the fancy stuff puts people off. It's funny. So, if that's enough for you to get to work on this song, that's perfect. What I would suggest is, in terms of order, I'd start with the verse first. If you're looking to get a section down. Why the verse? Because the F here is in the intro. If F is a bit of a problem chord for you, you're going to hit a stumbling block by your second chord. So start with the verse, get that going, build it up, and all the time be working on your A minor to F change. And then you have the strum. And the song goes fairly quick, but just take it slow. A lot of guitar players' problems happen because they're trying things too fast. So just take it like C. That slow is perfect. And just get the chord changes in and speed it up from there. Now, the next thing is, we move through the sections. I'd go for the verse first, then I would move and I would look at doing the intro, and then I'd do the chorus. Those would be the orders I'd take the song sections in. And the key message here would be to pick one section and go all in on it. And like, I mean, really just hammer into it and get it working within a couple of days. And that way you can finish a week, because if we're aiming to do a song in a month, you can finish a section in a week and go into the next week. Otherwise, because I've done this, if you do a bit of this one, but don't go all in on it, then you kind of start this one because you're aware time is running out. Well, now you have two sections that you're trying to balance out, and both of them mightn't be there yet. And then the month might be coming to an end and you'll go, oh, do you know, I better start that chorus quick. And then we have three sections on the go. And it's like putting whack-a-mole, do you know that game? It's like you're trying to get everything, and the point of this is take a section, really just focus on it, and then get the next one, okay? And maintain that first section. So, hope that helps. Now, the next thing is, I want to look at the fills. So for any player out there who's been playing a little bit longer, here are some fills. I'm going to start with the easiest one because that is the best chance for players, all players, to get. There's a double strum build up the second time of this verse. So on the repeat, you play this around once. Da, 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 like water. Right? But the second time, right before you go into this chorus, there's a double strum build up. It sounds like this. All you're doing is going. You're doing 8 down strums. And the down strums are just after that C. So if I'm here and I go, da, 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 I wanna know, just builds up into the chorus. It's 8 downs. You could count it as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and you're in. Okay, and the other thing is try and play the verse quieter so you build up into the chorus. Like if I go, here now, there was no volume increase, it just was loud all the time. Now if I go here, coming down like water, I wanna know, that builds it up. To strum lighter, all you gotta do is hold the pick super duper light as if you're gonna hand it over to me. Now, that is that fill. Now I'm gonna move to the chord fills here. I'll play it without the chord fills first. And if you're not at an advanced stage or an intermediate stage, still get the basic chord movements on the go. You don't want to like try this and this to derail all your progress. So, but for those of you ready, we're going to go for this. Is the chord fills here, okay? Without it, it goes, I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? With them, it goes like this. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? It's that sort of fall down that the piano does with the guitar. Now, how do you do that? We'll take a look. Here are your chords. The chord fills for this chorus. So all you gotta do is when you see here above the yellow writing, instead of playing the 4 beats on C and 4 and A minor, and by the way, I think it's only this one that you do it on. You basically would swap that out, go down here and play this. You've 2 beats on C, 2 beats on this chord, 2 and 2. Okay, so that chord is C with the B bass, it's here. This is C with the G bass, it's here. So I'm going to show you, if you're reading chord diagrams, apologies, if you're reading chord diagrams, that's how they look. And this is how the C with the B bass sounds. Right, sounds weird on its own, but it's going to happen quick. Then the C with the G bass sounds like this. And put a little X here on it. Right, so now, how do you play these? I'll give you a show of them. There we go. So, you get your C, lift off the top finger, move the middle finger up a string. And you strum from the A string down. Okay, so that's what we get. That's C with the B. So again, just practice that. And if you're to practice this in the progression, you could start with doing 2 down strums on each of these chords. So you do 2 C's, 2 C's with the B bass. Okay, then you have 2 A minors, then you have 2 C with the G bass, and that goes like this. You get a C, and all you do is move your ring finger up a string. Okay, and ideally it should just, see the way mine is like hovering, it looks very flat. It's blocking the A string. Okay, it'll still kind of sound, but this way you can strum all the strings. So there's no such thing as you need to like hit this, then this. You hit all of them at once. And that's what we get. Okay, so that's the C with the G. If you're hearing this, your ring finger is too high. You've got to like flatten it and curl it back a bit. Okay? So that's C with the G. So that line all together goes C, C with the B, A minor, and then G. Okay, now when you get that working with all the downs and the changes, your next step will be to do this. Sorry. My next step will be to do this. I'm going down, down, up on each chord. Right, so that'll be the fill. So on the chorus now you could go, I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? All right, so you get the idea. So those are your chord fills. And the next thing we're going to look at here is our advanced fills. There's no fill 3, sorry. Okay, I think I've been watching too much movie trilogies lately. Okay, there's only fill 1 and fill 2. Fill 1, where it goes is here. It happens in the intro. It happens instead of that G chord. And before you go, that sounds weird, why would I stop playing chords and do a fill? I'll show you how to make it work. And the same with this one. You would not play the C, you would play fill 2. So let's get down to them here. Fill 1 sounds, I'll play them first as how they sound in the intro. I'm going to actually keep this here for myself so I remember. So, doing the intro with them. That's what they are. Now, this comes down to personal preference. I sometimes do these at gigs, sometimes I don't. It depends. The advantage to doing them is, one, you up your skills, you get to learn some cool fills. And the second one is, there's all these mini parts of songs that people recognize unconsciously, like even if they don't play music. And when you include these, people sometimes go, geez, that was a great version, and they don't know why. But the fills can sometimes help with this. Right? And if you played with a bass player and a bass player didn't show up or didn't know this fill, it's good to have fills. Fills can sometimes draw the other musicians' ears around you into the next song section, because fills happen a lot before song sections. So I'd often, like, watch this, if I do the intro, and this is for you who play in front of others and stuff. So you go F, sorry, here. Someone told me. See the way I just kind of started out of nowhere singing. But watch this one. Someone told me. See the way you can grab people's attention with that, and you're like, we're in the verse. Okay? So that's the fill. Let's get into the fill. So I'm going to pull this up. Okay. We're going to start with fill 1. And first of all, I'd suggest you just get the notes. Now, if you don't read tab, if you're not too familiar with tab, I'll do it by example first, right? So we have this. Index and the fingers are super important. So you get the 4-finger G on first, right? Because that's where you'll have been. And then lift off your top finger and you put your index here and hit it on the 2nd fret of G. Okay, the reason we're keeping these on, it's like an insurance policy. If you hit any extra strings, it won't sound so bad. If I go like that, but if I go like this, it's very harsh. So since G is happening with the rest of the band at that stage, all those notes kind of fill in. So if you hit extra strings, it's okay. Right, so we get our index. And that's index, then lift off to 0. Move up a string to the 2nd fret here. Move your pick up 2. Index again. And you play that note twice. 2, 0. Then the 3. Right, that's what we get. So it goes. Now, that's a lot to fit into a fill. A little tip I'd have for you is, if it's proven too much, leave out the last note. Just go ba-dum, bum, bum. People will not notice. Okay, watch, I'll go like this. Sorry, I'll do that again. Now, you notice because you knew it was there in the first place. But for some people, they just hear that bit of a fill and then the song will continue. Right, so that is our 20223. and the chord is left on so that if you hit extra strings, you have an insurance policy that it won't sound too bad. That is fill 1. Are these essential? No. Would I let this stop me learning the whole song in a month? Not at all. This is like bells and whistles stuff on top. So get your bases, get the foundations, and I'll put it this way, if you used to play it for somebody in a month, you wouldn't show up to them and say, I don't have it yet because of this little thing here. No one would care. So it's about getting the chords down first, okay? Second thing, fill 2. This is over a C chord. This one's a little bit punchier. It doesn't cross as many strings, which is nice. That's what you just heard. You heard 3, 2, 0 on the A string. Then you heard the 3 at the top. That's what we got, all right? So I'll do that one more time. And the fingers I'm using are the same as the fret. 3, 2, 0, then 3, 3. The reason those are being used is because you're coming from the C chord. Sorry. And it puts you in a prime position to come back in on the C, which is after fill 2. Look at the way we're on fill 2, then we're straight into the verse. And that's always a good idea. Whenever you're picking fingers for something, if it's been taught online, generally try and follow them. Sometimes the teacher, they won't say why they're showing you those fingers, but it's because of the chord you're coming from or the chord you're going to. And it just makes things a lot easier and within reach. Now, let's take a look. So you had your fills. And again, like I would have said earlier to players who mightn't be as advanced, I'd be like, don't let little things stop you learning the whole song. And I'd say this with singing and playing also, because sometimes we can stop ourselves gaining momentum with the song by trying to sing and play it from the get-go. The suggested steps I'd have are follow the board notes. They're the basic beats. Get the chords, get the rhythms. So you're getting all the music, and then come to this. Okay, if you're struggling with it. Of course, with this, you can play it and sing it at the same time. The small thing with this is just the spacings look weird. It is kind of odd. And that's about it for this lesson. Alrighty, kind of flew through that one. If you have questions, let me know. And of course, if you want to find out more, if you're watching this online anywhere else outside, you'll find all the info you need below. Alright, thanks a million for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.